Hello, listeners. Hope you're staying safe and staying indoors during this pandemic. There have been so many friends who ask me about the situation in Singapore. Well, in the recent months, apart from the small outbreaks, there have been nearly zero daily community cases. Can you just believe that? But soon after the cases started increasing, the restrictions were tightened. I should say life is almost near normal, but all of us are still wearing masks, following all the rules that the government tells us. Of course, I personally feel that social distancing can still be consciously followed by everyone in Singapore. The effort that this country makes to protect its people is humongous. So where do I start explaining you all? Okay, let me show you the current stat, like where Singapore stands in terms of number of cases or in terms of vaccination, etc. So let's get into the video. This article was published by Bloomberg, where the chart shows the best places to be during COVID. In the month of April 2021, Singapore bagged the top place, but New Zealand regained the top position it held for 5 consecutive months until April. Due to the recent outbreak, Singapore is now in the second place, but the country is striving harder to reduce the number of cases. US and parts of Europe have been steadily climbing up the ranking as the pandemic slowly recedes in these places. You can also see the ranking of other countries from this graph. So this is COVID resilience ranking, which explains how much percentage of the population are covered by vaccines. You can see the last column where the blue color represents that the country is performing better in terms of vaccination and orange being the worst. You can notice that New Zealand has covered only 4.8%, leaving the country potentially vulnerable, and Singapore has covered around 30%. In Israel, close to 60% of the country's 9 million people have been fully vaccinated, so life is normalizing pretty fast. India has covered 7% of its population, but still not bad with the huge population that it has. In this graph, the countries which takes less than a year to cover 100% vaccination is shown in blue and the rest are in black. You can see that mainland China, Singapore and Hong Kong will be able to vaccinate 100% of the population less than a year. India is going to take around 2.5 years, whereas Bangladesh and Vietnam is going to take 10 plus years.